Hello and welcome to this video regarding everything that you need to know about the neurosync hypnotic questioning training. So let's dive straight into it. What I want to make clear first and foremost is that this particular process in and of itself is an advanced therapeutic system. Having said that, even if you're a beginner coach or hypnotherapist or even a seasoned one, you can definitely benefit from it based on your particular goals. So this training is for hypnotists, hypnotherapists, coaches, NLP practitioners, and practitioners who want to focus on mental, physical, and emotional health, who want to be sought after experts in their industry with extraordinary results. You're probably already getting good results from the trainings you've had, from the methods you've been using, and you want tools to help you have extraordinary results. So, whether you're a beginner and you're determined to have high quality results from the start because you're just that type of person, you have that much commitment, good on you. This will definitely benefit you. And even if you're seasoned, you've been doing this for years and you want to go beyond the traditional techniques and achieve next level mastery in your craft, you are someone who loves to try new things and things that make it easier for your clients to give more value for your clients, then keep on listening. And this especially is going to be very special for you if you want to specialize or niche in physical health, specifically gut conditions, skin, chronic pain, complex trauma, neurological issues, fertility, or insomnia. This is because within the hypnotic questioning training, you also gain access to the bulletproof nervous system that gives you a detailed view, step by step, on how to work with the nervous system, especially using somatic or body-based practices. We go way, 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 way beyond the traditional mindset and personal development here. Again, this is next level, highly advanced therapeutic trainings. And so, if you're someone who's committed to speed up your results, you want to help your clients to resolve their issues as fast as possible, making sure that your results are solid, consistent, and lasting. And value is something that is important to you to give in your client sessions. Plus, you are looking for a faster and easier process. Maybe the processes that you're using now are a bit tedious and inefficient, and you want to get to help your clients determine the root of their problem, the deep layer in a more efficient fashion, then this could definitely benefit you as well. And if you personally want to have deeper levels of self-discovery and transformation within yourself, then this is for you because everyone that has gone through this program has experienced this at one point or the other. And of course, you want to say goodbye to tedious techniques. You want to make it easier. You're probably wondering, is there an easier way to help clients? Well, I'm here to show you exactly yes. And you want to eliminate the dread and stress during your sessions, and you want to flow, be more at ease, and really just be focused on your clients, then keep listening. So right now, you might not know how to specifically work with the unconscious mind yet, or you have, but you're thinking that there is a deeper way, there's probably a faster way, and you want to go beyond the scripts and techniques, and you want to get to the expert level faster because you are here to make an impact. And also, you want to follow a proven system with guidance for someone who also has transitioned from traditional methods to extraordinary methods. And you want a proven system that is based on science and psychology. Then keep listening because we're going to show you that, maybe right now you're feeling that the scripts that you've been using feels like reading your client a bedtime story, right? You're reading it and you're like, eh. And you may feel like you have that deep, icky feeling that something that you've learned, just something isn't right with what you've learned. Maybe you've learned the language patterns, maybe you've learned scripts, and there's just something that's not sitting right with you. And what you're feeling right now is that maybe like there's something missing with what you're doing. And one of the biggest things that I talk to the therapists and coaches about is what they found to be missing is the connection within their clients. When you're reading off a script, sometimes you can feel very disconnected with your client and it's hard to tune into them. And so with this method, you will get deeper levels of connection that only is not going to be beneficial for your client, but also for you. And right now, maybe you're a bit stressed out before, during, and after your sessions. There's pressure, maybe there's a bit of dread beforehand because of all the work that you got to do, a lot of pressure to resolve the problem because you've been taught symptom level work, right? And maybe also right now you're looking at the traditional processes that you've learned, but it falls flat either with your personal transformations. It seems like a lot of people are getting a lot of it, but for you, it's just not clicking yet. And you're starting to think, is there something wrong with me? Well, I'm going to tell you, there's nothing wrong with you. There is really the biggest missing thing, which is the connection, which I'll talk about and tell you and show you later on in the next few slides how everything will start making sense once I show you what the neurosync process is all about. And maybe you've gotten hit or miss results with clients. Some clients really do well with the techniques that you're using, but some actually, like, it's not sticking at all, no matter what you do. And this is something that I couldn't really face myself to see earlier in my career. But that was because I went into a very, very, very expensive hypnosis training school that is still very popular these days. And it took me, and it cost me 10 grand to be in that program. But deep down, I actually didn't fully believe it. And so did some of my colleagues. And so what that did was that I procrastinated a lot on marketing my business and putting myself out there because there was that feeling deep down that I didn't really believe in it, and I was holding myself back from doing it because I didn't believe in it. And so that is costing you right now potential clients and momentum in your business, right? And and because of that, it loses your confidence in your ability to help. And maybe you are someone who is naturally good at helping people from before. People just come to you and they tell you how much you've helped them, and people just come to you because they love being in your presence, they love your energy, and you just have this naturally therapeutic feeling where people are like, I really enjoy having conversations with you. But right now, your methods aren't aligning with that. And that conflicts with your intuition. Like, this is good for you. You know that this is something that you want to keep doing, but whatever you're using, there's something that hasn't really clicked with you personally yet. And so you lack confidence. Maybe imposter syndrome comes because, like, there's just that conflict where you know that you're meant to be doing this, but then when you use the techniques, just it falls flat and it doesn't um, give the transformations that you know is really, really possible for your clients. So keep listening, because all of this will become a thing of the past once this all clicks for you. So this is the hypnotic questioning formula. And what you learn are principles. You're not going to learn step by step by step processes, because that is the reason why you lack confidence. That is the reason why you feel all of this. So we're not doing step by step. Instead, we are working with principles. So we always start off with a questioning principle. The very beginning, day one, we teach you how to formulate the most thought-provoking questions. And this is the thing, formulate the most thought-provoking questions that are based on what a client is presenting to you at the moment. So with any client, with any presenting problem, you'll know what type of questions to ask. And then what you'll also learn, which is going to be a very, very big component and is the most important component of the training, which we won't master this overnight. That's why there's 120 plus hours of content for you to go over and over and over, because this is a specialty. This is a skill that you get to cultivate, which is a great thing because you can always improve on this. And this skill is knowing what information is conscious versus unconscious. This is key for therapeutic breakthroughs, right? We know that the reason why our clients have a have a breakthrough is when something unconscious becomes conscious. So you're going to be able to learn how to determine what information is which and how to make something that was once an unconscious conscious in just asking questions. In a few questions, 2 to 3 questions, you'll be able to help your client unpack what was once unconscious, help them become conscious and aware of it so that they can make the lasting changes. So you learn how to do this just by asking questions without applying any techniques at all. And last but definitely not the least, you'll know how to end your sessions properly. When we open the jar, we get to put the lid back on properly, right? And hypnotic testing is how you make sure that lid stays intact and want to make sure that your clients' breakthroughs are resilient and robust and they stand the test of time. This is the testing process that not many trainings actually teach, but this is the most important one. It's a lot of fun once you get into it because then this is how you know for sure that your client's problem has changed and resolved. And this is how the client knows for sure that they are a different person at the end. This is very, very, very empowering. And also, a lot of the most common question that people ask me is that, first, what is the difference between traditional hypnosis or conversational hypnosis with the training that you have? Well, the training that you are going to get when you sign up for the hypnotic questioning training is the therapeutic process. And so brilliant practitioners learn and put the investment in the therapeutic process, not just the techniques. Remember, your clients are going to pay for the breakthrough, not the tricks that you've learned, not the rapid induction. Clients don't care how rapidly you induce them. What they care about having rapidly is the result, their problem resolved, their pain gone. This is what you're going to learn. And this is what makes this program vastly different because our only job is to get you really skilled and trained at helping your clients resolve their issues as fast as possible. And so you probably have already learned traditional techniques in the hypnotherapy, NLP, or personal development world, where they use scripts, language patterns, metaphors, visualizations, regression stories, suggestions, clean language, deepeners, convincers, suggestibility, rapid induction. Nope, we do not do any of that stuff. As you can see, it does not fit here in this formula. What you will be learning is how to work with a client in front of you, how to questions on the spot. Because what happens when we use all of this and it doesn't work, and your client says, no, I can't visualize stairs down into the beach? Well, you don't need to worry about that because what you're doing is you're taking whatever your client gives you, and then that is how you're going to base your questions moving forward. Therefore, you learn how to go with the flow. You can just have a random conversation out on the street with someone and have it change their life. This is the skill that you want. Because truth of the matter is, how do we become really connected? We've had a best friend that you completely trust and they've helped you to unpack a lot of the shit you've had, right? Did they use a script with you? Did they use a metaphor with you? No, it was just a genuine connection. This is what you learn in the trainings. And also, if you look through the traditional methods and the traditional trainings, these are the things that they'll give you, right? Like all of this shit. How many is this? Like there's 20 things in here that you could potentially memorize. We say none of that shit. We don't need it because we are going to focus on the client in front of you. So again, what you're really learning inside the hypnotic questioning program is how to work with people, how to help clients get a therapeutic effect, how to ask questions so that they receive a breakthrough, how to help clients to resolve their trauma without having to do it for them, without having to reframe it for them, without having to regress them, without having to do parts therapy on them. Just going with the flow with a client in front of you. And based on that, that is what's going to lead your sessions. The basic main concept we have in neurosync is that we see clients as special, right? We look at the client themselves, not the label, not the symptom. So when a client comes to us and they say, I have a really complex trauma that is affecting my relationship with my partner right now, we don't really listen to the label of complex trauma. Instead, we go into our sessions to understand the person in front of us without the label. What that does is that it detaches us from all of the expectations of that certain label of CPTSD or PTSD. Instead, we focus on the person, right? We want the transformation for the client and not the label that medicine or they themselves have placed on themselves. This is why it is extremely powerful. And this is exactly why clients love it because they've been treated. Some of your clients, right? They've been treated through the medical system. They've gone through the TikTok pop psychology posts and they're like, I'm still the same. I'm still highly anxious. I am still doubting whether or not my partner loves me, even though it's evident that they do. And they've tried all of these things and they're given um, all of these techniques. But what is actually missing is going to the client and being like, okay, client, so how come you how is it that you don't feel loved by your partner, even though they've proven to you many times that they have? And just having that conversation, just notice the tone of that, how much more freeing that is, how much more inviting that is for your client to open up. This is what you learn in the training, because truth of the matter is, if I go to that client and say, okay, so you have the part of you that doesn't feel loved, and then you have this part that feels loved by your partner. Put that together. Like that doesn't even make sense in my head, right? And so how can we expect our clients to learn that? Again, we're not doing any of that stuff. We are taking the client and they become the true leaders of their transformation, which of course is going to be very, very empowering for our clients, right? This is not just going to help them attain deep levels of healing and self-discovery. This also empowers them to become the best version of themselves moving forward. This is one of the celebrations that one of my students had where she had a client who had gone to therapists on procrastination, and just with my student having a conversation with this client, they had a new bulb going off even after weeks and weeks and potentially years of therapy that they couldn't do. Why? Because in therapy, therapists tend to really focus on techniques and focus on the past. We don't focus on the past, we focus on the present moment. And this is one of our therapists who have all obviously used other techniques for something like nail picking, but haven't really truly gotten deep into it until neurosync. And so really what it is it's a natural fun approach that you get to learn to reignite your client's unconscious mind natural healing ability. We know that the body can heal itself. You believe that, you've known that to be true. That's why you are here to change lives, right? And truth of the matter is what you actually learn and embody and see. Like you can literally see this in front of you. My students are like, holy shit, like you can actually see their unconscious mind in action. And you will see that breakthroughs can happen quickly if you know how to turn this amazing healing power on. Allow your clients to solve their own issues. It ain't about you, remember? It is about your clients. Your clients will solve their issues if you put them in the space for it, and their mind will do it for them. Because truth of the matter is, preparing for your session is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. You don't know that. You don't know what's going to come up in your sessions beforehand. If I have a session with my client tomorrow and I'm preparing today, there is no fucking way that I'm going to know what's going to happen tomorrow. We know that, right? Logically, we know that. So why are we preparing? Why are we bringing a knife to a potential gunfight? Because truth of the matter is, and you'll learn this inside a bulletproof nervous system, our survival responses do not respond to words. Contrary to popular psychology, contrary to some of the nervous system trainings out there as well, the nervous system, especially the survival part of our brain, does not respond to words. It is highly reactive. It has a very unique language that is spoken through the body and other signals and sensations. And so, therefore, why are we trying to use words to influence a survival response, which greatly affects the behaviors that we have? That doesn't make any sense, right? So, that is why we never prepare for our sessions. And one of the special things about the hypnotic questioning training is that you learn the beautiful, beautiful automatic unconscious processing, which means that not only are you going to help your clients in the moment within the session, you'll also help your clients to receive breakthroughs even after the session. So this means that your clients will not only go to your session and have a great breakthrough, they're going to receive further therapeutic benefits after your session. How I like to explain this to my students is like when you're in your session, you've done the surgery on them, right? You've done the brain surgery and the nervous system surgery on your clients within your session. Now the true healing takes place. We know this. If you've had surgery in the past or have had family members have surgery in the past, it takes time for them to heal, around 6 to 8 weeks on say, an elective surgery if they had their knee done, right? And within that 6 to 8 weeks, a lot of healing takes place in that. It's the same for our unconscious processes. It's the same for psychological and emotional processing. And the thing with this approach is that we allow that 6 to 8 weeks of amazing processing within our clients to occur naturally without interrupting them. Things like homework, things like hypnotic audios are gonna interrupt the unconscious process. It's like picking that wound, right? Giving our clients audios have a similar effect to picking a wound. What happens if we pick a wound? That shit'll get infected, right? And it'll negatively affect that healing process. So that's why we don't do audios even during before or after the session, because we take advantage of the unconscious processing. This is part of the whole system. And of course, through hypnotic testing, we help our clients gain resiliency, adaptiveness, and have robust results, so that in the future, if a client came to you because of emotional eating, let's say, and there's just stress eating, not only are you going to help them stop the stress eating, you're going to help them deal with stress in general, so that not only are they going to stop the stress eating, they're also going to stop the future behaviors that could potentially be more harmful for them, right? So if we know about the Band-Aid approach, if we just tell a client to stop eating, sugar, but they still have these underlying survival responses that they don't know how to deal with, then in the future that could turn into smoking weed, right? Like it could turn into something else. And although technically we've helped our clients to stop emotional eating, now they're numbing themselves with the MJ, right? Is that the approach we want? No, we want really extraordinary results here. That is what this process is going to teach you to do. And of course, you can see here daily panic attacks to nothing, one of the favorite modalities of one of my students as well. And most importantly, this is pretty cool too, right? What you learn here, if you haven't noticed already, is drastically different from the traditional trainings, even the accredited ones. And this is for a reason. We do not agree with the traditional models of weekly sessions with $50 to $150. That's just not good for your economy as a business owner. What you learn here is how to think like a business owner, not just a typical person who starts a hypnosis business for helping. This is not going to be a hobby for you, right? And you don't want this to be a hobby. You want this to become your primary source of income if it's not yet. And if it is, then you can grow and scale your business using this model, because I'm not going to teach you $50 to $150 sessions. That is disgusting. That doesn't add up. That doesn't make any sense. And you'll learn that, and you'll actually see this in action using actual math. In hypnotic questioning, we have a result driven high ticket offer, at least four figures for your offer. That's right. And people will pay for it. Why? Because people will pay for results. Who would you rather go with? A root canal specialist who says they can help you have clean teeth if you had an infection. They can help you have a clean teeth within 20 minutes because they're an expert and they've done the work and they know how to actually have therapeutic results. Would you rather go to this person or a dentist doing weekly 1 hour visits for 6 weeks? We know that we want the shit that is faster, right? That's who you're going to become once you learn this method. And always remember, high price equals high quality clients who are motivated. $50 these days isn't much. And so anyone can throw away $50 and not be motivated just to try the hypnosis out. However, if you have a four-figure client, if you have a client giving you $1,500, they're going to be fucking motivated, right? And this high quality client is going to be that kind of person who will be committed to the transformation, and it will be great skin in the game for you as well to become a phenomenal therapist and business owner and coach. As you can see here, one of my students had great sales during the last training a month ago, and more of her clients are wanting more, as well as anyone with a profitable business will definitely benefit from this training because of this whole model. And again, of course, do not take my word for it. These are all the results. You can feel free to read it, real results from real people, and this could be you as well. And so what the 3-day training contains is a life-changing experience that you definitely don't want to miss. If you want any transformation at all, personal, business, relationships, this is going to be a big game changer for you. It is 3 full days of embodying and action taking and really getting dirty and deep into this process that we call hypnotic questioning. And the biggest thing is that this is a demo based training from start to finish. The longest I will ever speak is like 20 minutes to 30 minutes. That is the longest that I will speak. And that is at the beginning when we're talking about housekeeping rules and an overall theme of what is going to be expected over the 3 days. That is the most I will ever talk. And this video is going to be that, right? Like that is the length of it. And of course, because it is demo based, someone will become the therapist and someone becomes the client, and we switch roles. And whoever is the therapist gets constructive feedback on the spot. This is something that not a lot of trainings teach. The first training, the 10K training that I was talking about earlier, was involved constructive feedback on reading a script. Like, good job reading the script. Good job. I was really relaxed, like really ridiculous, right? But the constructive feedback that I give my students is actual things that they can use so that they can improve their questioning skills and intuitive skills and how to really hone in within the client, and letting them know and pointing out the things that they missed, because obviously I can see the big picture, but they might not have at first, and pointing out to them, this is the thing that you've missed, and they love it because it is a very fun, respectful community, and we are all here to learn. And if I can give them a shortcut, why wouldn't I, right? One of my students in the previous trainings was able to help someone resolve a problem in half an hour. In my one-to-one, I was not that fast. Like my fastest was like 45 minutes, and she was able to get a result that is better than me. That is my goal for all of my students. I want my students to show me up. That is my goal. And so it really is highly interactive. It is fun, no reading, no long lectures. Again, it is a complete therapeutic program. 120 hours plus of content. You will not be learning how to read scripts or make a client relax in this training. It's all action based with real problems solved in real time. And of course, it is a community, so you will connect with everyone here. Everyone is lovely. So you'll connect with talented therapists who, like you, really wants to make a difference in this world and believe that their clients have all the answers. And beginner to advanced practitioners are more than welcome here, because it doesn't matter if you've just started a month ago, your success truly comes from your openness to learn something new and implement what you've learned. I have students who have just completely, like, fresh off the boat, finished a traditional hypnosis course, hypnotherapy course, and absolutely hated the scripts, and now has jumped on here. And I have advanced practitioners who have done this for years and years and years and absolutely thriving. It doesn't matter. It's just your willingness to focus on the therapeutic aspect of your session. And of course, there's a bonus. You gain immediate access to the Bulletproof Nervous System program, which is a highly effective nervous system training to prioritize the mental, emotional, and physical well-being of the therapist, of you, because I know that we don't want to burn out. You don't want to burn out. We want to prevent the shit from happening, right? So that's why the Bulletproof Nervous System is there, to help you take care of yourself as well, so that you have success for the long term. And at this moment in time, the NeuroSync Hypnotic Questioning Program is only $14.97 with a 4-month payment plan available of $447. And so if you have any questions at all, comment below or connect with me in any of my social media platforms. The links are going to be below for all of that. I can't wait to help you make that massive impact, and let's fucking go.